we try and get her to...
And if you listen, you, MRAs should be, if you shut the fuck up and let me read my list, there's the fucking proof.
And so I obviously can't like...
So, number one, shut the fuck up for a second. Feminists do not want you to lose custody of your children. The assumption that women are naturally better caregivers is part of patriarchy. Feminists do not like commercials in which bumbling dads mess up the laundry and competent wives have to bustle in and fix it. The assumption that women... We're working on it and you guys are trying to dismantle it. But if you'd fucking listen...
I don't believe they do.
Then why are you part of the organization?
Saying that we're trying to take away their rights? How are we trying to take away their rights?
Why?
Can you shut the fuck up for a second too?
Well,
so I can
he just listed how they
so you guys can actually answer those questions.
Does someone have the yellow flyer with that actual quote so we can both have it in front of us?
On a website or are these like policies on a website?
This is a list of the things that we're working towards. Now, if you would shut the fuck up for the 50th billionth time, these are things that we're agreeing on, and these are things that you've actually all got skewed fucking views on. You think that feminists are trying to take away your fucking rights, but as a matter of fact, what we're trying to do is we're actually trying to work on the same things that you're working on, but except the fact that you're so you're just too busy hating women. You can't fucking see that we're trying to actually work on those same situations.
Some sort of citation where we actually
I think.
Or are you conflating feminism, which is an ideology, with women?
So is MRA, but whatever, that's fine. Okay,
so you admit you're a hate group against feminists. You're still a hate group.
An ideology. Yes. I also hate a lot of other isms.
So you admit those.
Racism, sexism.
Bullshit. You hate sexism, but you're an MRA. Okay, no, point taken. We win.
Obviously haven't read our literature.
Oh,
Somebody
doesn't want to hear what we're actually here for, so you just want to
you're not actually working on anything. You're just creating hatred towards feminists.
Yeah.
You don't actually work on anything.
You're not
creating any change in the fucking world.
Just actually shut the fuck up.
Your fucking website's a hate website against feminists. You're not actually creating any change. You're not working towards anything. You just talk about how much you hate us for no reason.
Feminists do not want you to have to make alimony payments. Alimony is set up to combat the fact that women have been historically expected to prioritize domestic duties over professional goals, thus minimizing their earning potential as their traditional marriages end. The assumption... I'm reading, fuckface. I'm trying to fucking... I'm letting everybody else hear it, okay? It's not just for you, Mr. Entitled. The assumption that wives should make babies instead of money is part of patriarchy. That's right. Feminists...
Something that you've actually heard of.
Derailing for dummies. The author, people, everybody here. Here's the author. Derailing for dummies. A what? Derailing for dummies. Because he doesn't like to actually stay on point, he likes to derail. Okay, that's fine.
You made a statement, I said, where's it on our website? I asked a question. You made a statement, I asked a question.
This is what we're talking about. In general, like, I'm not talking dogs that need to be trained, that need to be put on a leash.
Well, if she says it's not...
We don't accept this. You know what?
I don't give a shit if that's actually listed on your
but it's not women's fault. It's not feminists' fault.
Why are you making the allegation?
This is what MRAs are about.
To borrow a phrase, you just use the proof is in the pudding.
So, and this is the message that we have gotten from MRAs. So if that's the message that you actually have gotten from feminists, that we expect you to pay alimony, or that we expect you to lose custody of your children, then listen the fuck up and understand what we're actually about. Because it's not what those things are.
I'm just kind of curious then.
My favorite side is an American side.
There are some commonalities.
This is what I'm trying to say. We're bigger allies than we are the bane of your fucking existence.
This is your white male cis world, yes, but
if we're able to agree that there are certain commonalities, obviously there are differences, but if we focus on the commonalities, wouldn't that be more productive?
This is what I'm trying to accomplish by reading off this fucking list.
Men's rights don't actually care about these issues.
That's the problem.
If they care, they become feminists. They don't care.
That's the problem. They're too busy hating women and feminists to actually get any of their their fucking shit done. They're too busy whining and crying and being a fucking victim of this so-called oppression rather than actually working to get something done. If they wanted, if they cared about the issues they say that they do, then we should be their biggest fucking allies. So, case in point, let me finish my list. So if there's anything that rings any bells, Mr. Eagle, okay, then maybe you can want to listen and understand what we're actually about, okay? Feminists do not want anybody to be raped in prison. Permissiveness and jokes about prison rape are part of rape culture. Rape culture is part of patriarchy. Feminists do not want anyone to be falsely accused of rape. False rape accusations discredit rape victims, which reinforces rape culture, which is part of patriarchy. Feminists do not want to be lonely. We do not hate nice guys. The idea of certain people are inherently more valuable than other people because of superficial physical attributes is part of patriarchy. I don't know if you're noticing a theme. Patriarchy.
Yeah, you keep going.
Anyways, I'm not done. Feminists do not want you. Shut the fuck up. Feminists do not want you to have to hate. We want the opportunity to achieve financial success.
In your head that you have issues. What gives you the right and power to define what rape is? No, it's not a true reality. You don't get to define what a true reality is.
What it feels like. When you go to prison, let me know.
These shows disbelief that sometimes people use the word rape inappropriately?
No, we don't.
Only rape jokes.
So nobody uses the word rape inappropriately?
No.
You can't.
Ever?
It depends. If they say it, I'll tell you what it depends on. If a man forces himself, like there's no maybe means yes shit. If she doesn't object, and doesn't scream and yell and have blood under her fingernails and said it wasn't rape.
What if people have sex consensually? Both agree.
It's not consensually when there's maybe.
If someone said rape later, that was rape because they didn't consent to it. They weren't
Like when
consenting.
they're intoxicated, they don't fight back. That's rape to you.
What if people have sex consensually? Two people have sex.
No,
Your
but
definition of consent is different than
Will you allow
mine.
me to finish the sentence?
right?
Or just
what's your sentence? Finish your goddamn sentence. Go on.
if people have sex consensually and one of them later regrets it, says, oh, that
Then it wasn't consensual.
and one of them later says, that was a bad decision. I regret that decision.
And then
turns around and says, that was rape.
That's the tip of the purity complex, though, that's imposed on women to be pure. If they regret that later,
Who says I'm talking about women? I'm talking about two different people, okay?
it's someone talking about women. I don't know what you're talking about.
Are women the only people who have
I
sex?
think your definition of consent though is different from ours.
But also, I have a question for you.
I don't know. I've never met anybody who has been raped. Never.
I'm not talking about a person who's been like forcibly raped or drugged and raped. I'm talking about people who have
If
sex.
you really care about those issues
I want to
as
have sex.
passionately as you
I make
say
a decision
you
to
do,
have
you should
sex.
be thanking
And then later on
because
go,
feminism
that was a bad
is a
decision.
social movement,
You think that doesn't
actively
happen?
dedicated
You
to
think it's your
dismantling every
definition.
single
You
one
gotta
of them.
think what I'm saying.
The fact that you blame feminists
Your definition
for
of
allies
consent
for problems
is different
against
from
which
mine.
they have been struggling for decades.
She may not scream and yell, no. She may not have any skin under her
Initiated it. What if she initiated
She
it?
still has a chance to say no. Or I'm not comfortable with this.
Yeah.
What if she initiated it and the guy, okay,
So your hypothesis is that no, I'm not yelling. Your hypothesis is that if someone goes and has sex with someone else and then they regret it later and claim that that's rape, then that shouldn't be defined as rape. Is that what you're saying?
That is what I'm saying.
Have you ever?
Have I ever had sex and regret
Oh no, you fucking didn't! You
But both parties can say that was a mistake.
That was the
Shouldn't have done it. We'll
That
never
was
do it
the
again.
fucking
It's not rape.
Misandry is a theory.
What if one person says, okay,
isn't real.
yeah, we had
Spider-Man
sex.
isn't real.
It was a bad decision because we worked together. Or it's a bad decision because I was married.
That's not rape.
We don't hate you.
Part of that, don't you understand?
Now you're arguing my
No,
side.
No, I'm not.
That's exactly my argument.
Your definition of rape is different than ours.
No, but you are arguing that is my argument. You and I agree.
Okay, what's your point here? That so what's your point that
You said that's not rape. That if someone regrets it afterwards, it's a bad choice.
Yeah, but you're saying she reports it as rape. I'm saying it is not.
That is so rare.
You go on and you're
okay, so that happens. Does that happen frequently within the media? Does that happen all the time?
happens enough that you'll find police results on the
There's some statistics. Enough. How often does it happen? That's something like that. Some bizarre circumstance. What's enough? Is it always enough?
I don't understand why you're fighting. Like, don't
Is it in the Star? Is it in the Globe and Mail? Is it in the Sun?
The only time I've ever heard of it is when people are racist and they're making racist claims just to like slander black men and be like, you're racist, when really what it is racism. So I don't know, unless you're really fighting racism but you claim to be colorblind, then you're not really doing anything to prevent this.
I don't know why this is, we're sort of changing gears into a racist discussion.
What are you?
That's the only time I've ever heard of it because you said it's in the media all the time.
But if you Google the term false rape accusation, okay?
You'll find 0.00%.
But when has Google really been a sort of source of knowledge? Like,
when has Google been a source of knowledge?
That's credible.
That's credible. Thank you.
Google's just an index. It indexes websites, and it indexes a lot of news websites. So if you Google false,
it indexes all kinds of
false or fraudulent rape,
okay, well,
a couple of hits on the first page of Google. If you do it tomorrow, you'll find a couple hits. If you do it next week or next year, you'll always find a couple hits.
Really?
On a regular basis. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't go around looking up fraudulent rape claims.
But I do because I write about it.
But
when I write about stuff, I look it up.
Okay, so when
if it's happening enough to always be at least in the top page of Google, last week.
Does anybody have an internet connection right now? Can we?
But I have a question for you. Why are you obsessed with fraudulent rape claims? Why aren't you obsessed with real rape claims? Like people that are actually being victimized.
Well, I'm not obsessed with either one. This whole discussion was
But
precipitated by someone screaming rape apologist at me.
But you said that you write about this, so you have to have some kind of interest.
Well, I've written over 400 articles in the last 2 years. Okay.
Why?
But this whole discussion was.
What do you do for actual rape victims? What are you doing for actual rape victims besides writing about false rape claims?
I'm not doing anything for actual rape.
Can we quote this?
Well, no.
Can I for actual rape victims?
I'm
Nothing.
promoting feminism.
But I don't think that's a legitimate answer.
Is it not?
No, I don't think it is. This whole discussion about
I did.
this whole discussion about